Hello, Steve Art 79. Well, I'm a collector. I order a lot of stuff online and from eBay, and I have a lot of dealings with Australia Post. And unfortunately, some of these don't go very well. And I need a little bit of YouTube therapy to talk about it, particularly the last order or deal I went through. Um, okay, so I had a package that was sent, I bought that was sent from Victoria um, last week, and it was supposed to arrive this Wednesday. And I got a message because I get my stuff sent to a parcel locker, so I don't have to go to the post office or anything. Basically, they send you codes. You go there, you get a location, you go, and you use the codes and everything, and you get the item. Well, I went down there. I got the message around midday on Wednesday, but I couldn't go till like 5 a.m. that a.m. It was cold, it was miserable. I walked down there, I got there, and I saw the screen wasn't on, and I thought, oh no. I touched the buttons, they made noise, but the screen didn't work. So the power was on, but the system was down or something. So I called the people up, and at the number that was on the machine, on the parcel lockers, and they had a lot of attitude. I went through 4 people. I called 5 times before I got someone who would actually just explain the situation to me, and she wanted my information so they could contact me, and basically she confirmed that they have no access to the system, no access to any of the information. They can't do anything. They can't inform anyone. There's no one working, no one on call. It's a 24-hour service, but it's not monitored or maintained 24 hours. So it's all business hours and Monday to Friday as well, I just found out. So I basically just went home, and about 9:30 I got a call from someone, and they said, look, we're sending someone out to repair it today, and if it can be repaired, we'll extend the parcels for 48 hours, and you'll get a message telling you to collect your parcel within 48 hours. Or if we can't repair the parcel locker, we will send them to a post office and message you to let you know where to go and pick them up. So I'm waiting for a message. About 2 hours later, 3 hours later, around midday, I get another message which says to pick my parcel up within 24 hours. I've got 24 hours remaining to pick it up. And I'm like, okay, did they just send out the same message I would have sent out anyway, or did they not stop sending that out because the parcel lockers are up, or is that their way of letting us know the parcel lockers are up because it was too much effort to actually generate an original message about the situation? They just used like a standard one, which is something they do apparently, because the same day I had another parcel arrive that was supposed to arrive at that parcel locker, but it couldn't because it wasn't working. But this is a message I got. We noticed that your parcel wasn't suitable for delivery to a parcel locker, so it was taken to the post office instead and to collect it there. And I'm like, excuse me? I know for a fact that the parcel locker is down. It's a technical fault that's on Australia Post. It's nothing to do with me or the sender of the parcel. So they're trying to make us think it's our fault and that we did it. So that was pretty disgusting. So I assume, okay, I have to assume they repaired it, that it wasn't a big drama, because I hear these things go offline, or they have power surges, things like that happen all the time. So I assume that's what happened. I have to assume that's what happened. And they sent the message, or didn't stop sending the automated message that would have sent to remind me, because the parcel lock is working. So I just had to guess. So I go down there. It ends up being about 4 a.m. this time. I get there, freezing cold, same thing, black screen, press the buttons, noises, but nothing else happens. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Call up again to report it again. This time it takes, I think, 3 calls before I get to someone who will just take the call and not give me an attitude. For people who just take down numbers and names, these people have a lot of attitude. And I came home and I ended up calling the regular customer service once they opened up at 9. I think I opened at 8, but I called them like around 9. And I spoke to someone, and then I spoke to someone, and I spoke to someone. One lady had absolute attitude, argued with her, demanded to talk to a manager, got the manager. The manager was wonderful, went through, sorted everything out, which is usually the case. You have these absolute insane people who are manipulative and emotionally abusive, and just weird, sick people who seem to have some sort of power in customer service because you need them to fix problems, and they just, I think customer service attracts sociopaths or something. I don't know, and they're attracted to me or something, because I meet so many of them, and I find I have to call 5 times to get one person who will just respond to the problem and focus on resolving the issue and treat you like a human and just answer questions and not try and trick you and accuse you of things. It's just bizarre. So I had a couple of those people, which are their own video and phenomena all their own. And I eventually got this lady, and she went through and she said, look, I just spoke to the guy. He went in yesterday and the problem was the computer died and we had to get a new one. So we got the parts. They're putting it in today. It should be up today. And I will make sure you get an actual message to let you know exactly what has happened and what to do. And I said, thank you. That's great. And then I discovered something else about the other parcel. So I managed to get that through other means, which that's a whole other video. So I was given to another person because she actually said, well, I think I know how to resolve that other problem that you have, because my parcel was now at the post office and I can't go into the post office because I have to stand in line with a bunch of people who won't wear masks. So that wasn't an option, but she had a way, and she gave me to someone else, and that person had just heard from someone a week ago how to do this certain thing, which I'd been told a year ago could be done. And this is a whole other video actually, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But I got that resolved, and she was very good as well. So I had two great customer service people that resolved both my problems after about 5 people that did nothing but abuse me. So I thought, great, I'll go get the package. So I go out. This time it's about 3 a.m. and I go down there, walk down there again. It's a 45-minute walk backwards and forwards. And I get down there, the screen's on, I'm like, great, put in the codes, everything. The locker doesn't open. I'm like, oh God, no, I can't do this again. No, please. And I go and check all the lockers just in case one unlocked but didn't open, because they normally spring open. There was nothing. And it gives you the option of like reopening, which basically means leave it open. And I've seen in the past where they give you different options when it's open, whether you close it or keep it open, or whether you close it just to reopen it or not, and or whatever. And it had one option, and I tried pressing the button and it wouldn't work, like nothing would happen, and it just stayed frozen on the screen. I went around the lockers, I tried to open them all to see if any of them would open. None of the big ones would. And then I looked at the screen, was still stuck on that setting, and I went around some of the smaller lockers that it still could have fit into, and 2 of them opened. One had someone else's parcel in there, and it was like like material, like clothes or something in a bag. Mine would have been a box. And there was another locker that was that opened. There was nothing in it at all. So I closed both of them, and they both locked. So I don't know if either of them opened or if they just weren't closed properly when the person put the item in the locker, or maybe someone accessed them, and I don't know what happened. But either way, my package wasn't there. I didn't get it. And then the thing went back to the regular screen that it goes to when you start off. I put my code in again, it didn't recognize it, and then I looked on the app and it said that it was delivered. So as far as Australia Post is concerned, they delivered the item, I got it, everything's good. And I'm like, no, it didn't open. I didn't press finish. If you don't press finish, it shouldn't consider it delivered, because for all they know, you had to close it for some reason, and you're going to open it up again, like maybe, I don't know, like I had different packages and I had to take them out of the boxes so I could fit them in a bag so I could carry them home, because I was picking up like 5 in one go, and I needed to open and close some. And there's all sort of scenarios, so they really should have some sort of way to confirm that you've actually received it and picked it up and it's there. And yep, so as far as they're concerned, it's delivered. Now I have to work out what happened, where it is, how to get it resent, and have new codes done to so I can access it and get it put in another parcel locker. I have to, if that doesn't work, I have to argue with the people that sent it that it wasn't delivered, because they're going to tell me, oh, it's delivered, you've got it. So it's just a big, huge drama, and it's ridiculous. And it's 3 nights in a row I've walked 45 minutes in the freezing cold in the AM down to this parcel locker and not gotten the package. And like I said, I think I spoke to 4 insane sociopaths in customer service and 1 person that did their job, and then 2, and then another one, and then I spoke to at least 2 bad people in regular customer service before I spoke to 2 that were good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 to 3, I think, or 8 to 4. So basically, it's 2 to 1 sociopaths in the call centers. from what I can work out, because you have to go through at least 2 complete Yahtzee freaks, and I'm using that word instead of the other word, you know what I mean, to get to someone who actually just listens to you, works out what the problem is, and doesn't have an attitude or an ego. And I mean, the last person I spoke to, I forgot, I called back today after I got home, and I spoke to 3 people. First 2 hung up on me, and the third one, and the second one was called Karen. And I said, well, I'm just going to hang up and keep calling until I speak to someone else. She said, well, I'm the only person on the shift, so keep trying. I eventually, about 15 minutes later, did get someone who just started their shift about 5 minutes before that, and they did a really good job of resolving the issue. But this other literal Karen was a nightmare. So I guess that's like, what's that, 11 to 5 now? So yeah, it's more to 2 to 1. So yeah. Australia Post.